people's grand sheik. I'm the people's grand sheik. The people's grand sheik. I know you really not my enemy. You just wanna steal my energy. You acting like that slaveholder, and on the real, your heart seem a little colder. I know you mad, I'm the man now, talking all crazy, looking crazy, homie, stand down. Cause on the real, I will line them up. It looks bad when you don't know your time is up. See, I'm the people's grand sheik. See, the people chose me to represent love, truth, peace, freedom. Let's not forget the justice. And a boss from that scimitar, let that text spit for real. I'm the people's grand sheik. The people chose me. I'm the people's grand sheik.
It's time to go to work,
me,
family.
So right now, you can't speak. I'm
It's time to go work.
Sheik.
I got on my Dr. Ben uniform.
I'm the people's grand sheik.
Can you hear me?
Grand sheik. Right now,
I got on my
you can't
Dr.
speak.
Ben
The
crown.
people's grand sheik, the prophet representative. I'm only doing what they should have did.
Islam.
Yeah,
I got on my Dr. Ben crown.
In these streets, y'all
I'm a
looking
Dr.
so
Benham
beautiful.
tonight.
So what you got right now? The true perk, it got you all
Turn it
tight
up.
now. Internet Moors, man, they the worst. Got the nerve to be talking about the family.
I got on my Dr. Ben crown.
Stuff on the iPhone, claiming Moorish national.
Yeah.
Man, this stuff is mind blowing.
Let's go.
As if being a Moorish national increases your capital, your thoughts are so irrational.
Oh, we gonna let him come in.
On a piece of land.
Demetrius, we gonna let him come in.
Uber Eats or the pizza man.
Hey.
Can't build, can't farm, can't get along.
What up, bro, Joe?
I'm the people's grand sheik.
I got on my Dr. Ben crown. Press 7 if you can hear me.
I'm the people's grand sheik. The
This
people
my
chose
Dr.
me,
Ben
so
crown.
now you can't speak.
My wife
I'm
said
the
it make me
people's
look
grand sheik.
sexy.
The people's grand sheik.
Press 7 if you can hear me. I've got to turn it up.
So right now, you can't speak. Mr.
Come on now.
Head, you had your chance. The way you played your hand, you never will advance. You lack
How we looking?
integrity, wanna be celebrity. But you and I know that you will
Hey.
never be. It's about uplifting, not rolling spliffs, getting lifted.
You might think I'm ugly, but my wife think I'm handsome.
You out in the flood, you about to drown. I'm watching you go down.
Let's
and make
go.
the scholarship when I see it. I call it. You jump in from group to group, just like a
Let it go. What up, Yasmin? We're gonna break down some Moorish history tonight. You might think I look like a turtle, but my wife think I'm handsome.
I'm with that old time religion. Truth don't change.
Yes, indeed.
Hypocrites change, so I'ma remain. The people's
Hey,
grand sheik.
hey, Demetrius Manning, how you like my Dr. Ben crown?
I'm the people's grand
I
sheik.
got the Dr. Ben crown on tonight. You know it's going down.
I'm the people's grand sheik.
We gonna let the numbers build up a little bit. Indulge me.
I'm the people's grand sheik.
Indulge
The people
some
chose me,
Moorish
so right
American
now, you can't speak.
hip-hop cuisine. All right? Listen.
What is it? Why? Why are you so mad? Bro, why are you so mad? Bro, why are you so mad?
Enjoy some Moorish American
Check.
hip-hop cuisine while we let them come in.
What should I write?
Let me talk to him.
What can I say?
Can I talk to him?
How can I tell you how much?
Talk to him.
Y'all been tripping lately, I know you starting to hate me, cause I'm exposing y'all for simply dozing off, sleeping at the wheel, acting like you real, you got my profit on the back burner with the oatmeal. I bring them to the front, and then you wanna front, talking all tough, but this ain't what you really want. I'm for peace, but my scimitar's sharp now. I represent the Moors that put that old cart down. The card jagging off, got you sounding mad soft. It's just an idle shrine, he'll fight you out your mind. To go against me, the Sultan of the West, stand down or I will put your weak knowledge to the test. You better ask somebody, back in my last life, I will run up on you 45 mask tight. I'm the revealer now, I take the mask off. I tell the truth and let the truth flash y'all.
What should I write?
Let me talk to him.
What can I say?
Can I talk to him?
Bro, why are you so mad?
Oh,
What should I write?
can I talk to him?
What can I say?
Talk to him.
How can I tell you how much I
some old folks. I know some serious Moors who ain't no joke. They don't be YouTubing, they don't be Facebooking, they don't be clout chasing. But yeah, they looking, they see you demonstrating, sounding like it's 85 lies. It was told from them old Moors you keep alive. I keep it fresh though, tell you how the flag go. The head don't know, then the whole body mad slow. Yeah, that's a cheap shot, and it might cost you. If you ain't in your lessons, then I probably lost you. You ain't a grand nothing, you define what? It still amazes me. All them people lined up and fell in line. Blind leading the blind, got us far behind. Confusing 29, but I'm wide awoke. Oh yeah, I solved the puzzle. Man, they didn't love the prophet, so how could they love you? Huh? Can I talk to him? Let me talk to him. I'ma talk to him. Let me talk to him. Can I talk to him? See, they tripping, right? See, they really tripping because I'm telling the things that they've been hearing whispers about. They get mad because I'm saying everything that they want to say, but scared to say. They scared to ask their grand sheik. They scared to ask their divine ministers. They scared to ask the head of their temple. Matter of fact, they scared to ask their supreme grand leader about everything that I talk about. But y'all been tripping lately. I know you starting to hate me because I'm exposing y'all for simply dozing off, sleeping at the wheel, acting like you real. You got my prophet on the back burner with the oatmeal. I bring them to the front, 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 front.
They be coming for me. Family, we got to let it heat up a little bit. Press 7 if I can let it heat up a little bit more till they come on in. You know what I mean? I got my Dr. Ben on tonight. I got my Dr. Ben on tonight. Y'all don't know that they've been coming for me, that Sharif Anael Bey been coming to me. You know what I mean? they been coming for me. You know what I mean? So we gonna let them come all in. We gonna let them come on in, family. Somebody said they can't hear me. Somebody, y'all can hear me good. Fam, we gonna play a couple tunes. We gonna play a couple tunes to everybody come in the room. And we gonna knock this one out the park, family. If you're not familiar with the Moorish Science Temple of America, the reason why is because it's been infiltrated. And this infiltration did not start today or yesterday. It started in 1920. Until this day, we are still plagued by the infiltration that has limited and held back the progress of the Moorish Science Temple of America. So when I do a presentation, I expose frauds. The reason why I'm so familiar with the process is because I investigated those who have tried to sideline the Prophet's movement. You understand what I'm saying? Those who have sidelined the Prophet movement. Somebody say I'm super low. Am I still low? Those who have tried to, somebody say I'm super low. Let me turn it back up. Somebody say I'm super low. Here, okay, we should be all right now. I got excited. I turned it down so you can hear the music over me because I'm kind of loud anyway. Anyway, if I was low, what I was saying is that the reason why my research on those who are trying to throw us a curveball is because in reality, it happened in the Moorish Science Temple of America in the late 1920s. And we are still plagued to this day. And so this show is for all those who ask, what has the Moors done? I'm going to show you why the Moors have been limited to the things that they should have been doing. And it has a lot to do with infiltration that still plagues us till this very hour. You understand what I'm saying? Still plagues us to this very hour. And I am a subscriber of the Moorish Science Temple of America, your humble servant. And I'm going to break it all down to you, but we need a few more people to come in the building because they was really talking some stuff on Facebook about trying to preserve the lie. Anybody familiar with Sharif Anael Bey, the brother on this flyer? Anybody know this brother? This brother Sharif Anael Bey was once the face of Moorish Science in the most balanced way. Sharif Anael Bey, in my humble opinion, lost his way when he was desperate to be accepted by those who were a part of the infiltration of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And for him wanting to be accepted, he denied everything that he has ever studied as it relates to the Prophet's movement, just to be accepted. In reality, I am of the thought that he knows better. In reality, I am of the thought that this intelligent brother, highly educated brother, knows better. I'm of that thought. Now, but he's a soldier, and he's going to defend that which he believes, that he believes is going to help him to the next level of his journey, whatever that may be. And so what the brother would do is, I've never disrespected this brother. Hey, family, before I'm going to let a few more songs play, but I want to say this. Family, I've never disrespected this brother. I've never disrespected anybody that I've done a presentation about. I've only put out pertinent information that people could disseminate and make a decision on their own. You understand? And now, but Sharif Anael Bey and some of those people over there, the moment that I put out information, one of them, he want to have a boxing match. That's fine and dandy. Sharif says, I can bring the devil out him. What? After all these years in the Moorish Science Temple of America, you saying that information can bring the devil out you? Number 3 is they go goofy with the name calling. Oh, this bozo, he calling me bozo and all that. I have never called this guy out of his name. If anybody ever hear me, I never call people out their name unless you really push me, and that's really rare. I mean, it's really rare. But the name calling, the threats, and all of this crazy stuff, all in the name of information. So, King Kamar, you're going to have to bear with me because I need all of the Moors to come in tonight. So let's just go. Hey, family, if you with the one you love tonight, let me be your DJ. Are you with the one you love? Take her from black to Moorish. Rock with me. Come on now. Rock with me.
Where you at, my queen? Don't make me chase you. If I get you in my arms, but my heart escapes you. See, I'm a Moorish king, so I'm quite unique. I wanna speak to your heart from my heart, you where alarm meets. Your physique impressive, but I prefer dresses. Turban wrap to burn your head and make crescent. Yeah, you love the BS. I wanna feed your lessons. I wanna travel with your mind back to the essence. When things are made of thought, and we can manifest that. But first we must attack that black. That's where the death at. But now we won't stress that. Let's move to perfection. Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just wanna take
See my wife in the building.
Sister, let me take you.
Robin LL, she in the
Sister,
building.
let me take you. Queen, let me take you. I just wanna take you from black to Moorish. Let's go.
Come on.
Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish. Queen, let me take you from black to Moorish. Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish.
Come on. What up, Abu?
You should let me take you from black to Moorish. A law no they can't compare, no matter how many butt breasts, implants, or the fake hair. All the skimpy garments is garbage to a Moorish man. Just a delusion, make no confusion. I'm your man, custom made by a law just for you. Can't wait to make them babies in the best of you. When I'm next to you, the Quran come alive. Duty of a husband, verse 4 and 5. Let's climb the 12-step ladder and strive to the pinnacle of wisdom. Allah's the guide. Through us only popping over Drew Wally. Get out the heat and sit with me under the fig tree.
Let's talk about the soul of man and perfection. Let me be your angel when I be your protection. I just wanna take you, sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you from black to more. Come on.
Let's jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly. Have to make it slide. Break fast at the vegan spot near Utah. Break down the signs of prayer and Juma. Let's jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly. Have to make it slide. Break fast at the vegan spot near Utah. Break down the signs of prayer and Juma. Break down the signs of prayer and Juma. Break down the signs of prayer and Juma. Let's jump in the ride. Drop the top, let the tassel fly. Have to make it slide. Break fast at the vegan spot near Utah. Break down the signs of prayer and Juma. 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 Break down the signs of prayer and Juma.
Mess with this swordsman. Try it. Okay? I will cut you to ribbons. Mess with this swordsman. This killer. Falsehood killer. Mukazibin. Zalimin. Mujrikin.
Don't make me take this fans off, Allah knows, cause I will take some heads off. You all foes, lower self, my mafia keep a banger that'll sink the Noah's Ark. Stop playing with me, I'm the true and living God, but I know the low a little better than you little frauds. Trying to keep it on a high dough, I really love my bro, but I can go lower than a worm, no lamo. See y'all let the evil social media gas you, thumb thuggin'. Thinking when I see you I'ma pass you, oh nah, we gon' talk about it, acting like you bout it. Guarantee you when I see you, we gon' put some chalk around it. Talking like a big boy, this fans won't save you, cause I will take this fans off and ask you who made you. You better say Allah when you look me in my eyes, you see the image of Allah. Don't be looking surprised, I'm the God in the flesh. Of course I'm fresh, I resurrect and protect. I don't believe he left, I breathe Jesus' breath. You breathe weed and death, we come correct like a check when the G's connect. Disrespect, trying to get a rep, I'm coming for your wreck, for real. Don't make me take this fans off. Don't make me take this fans off. Islam, don't make me take this fans off. Don't make me take this fast off. Let's not rehash the past. You better ask quick fast before I go into my bag. See real with mine. I'm religious, not blind. Too many people are dying to be playing with your clowns. I ain't playing with you then. I ain't.
Put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it?
Hold up.
Check, with a vengeance. I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it?
That's what it's all about, family.
Check one, two. Let's own it. Put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Man, I love this. Y'all ready? Yeah.
Check 1 2.
I'm ready.
1 2.
I'm almost ready.
Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm almost
Check it.
ready.
We gon' get this right. One take. I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Quran and you can be a god that own it. I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Quran and you can be a god that's own it. I used to rock with these temples and the moors the long way, but they all are super fraud and they not getting the way they want me to keep it quiet. Who I tell it to their face? I'm flipping over tables on my way to the 8. Taharka Bey said it, now it's time for me to prove it. Got the same address and I ain't planning on moving. The internet got these dope fiends acting around with Dirty Frankie and some mess that he know he can't handle. When I pull up and I pull out on 1 2 5. Don't be telling me you 60 when I let that thing rip. Open hand or closed fist. Put your veneers on the curb. Put your chin on the back of your neck. And that's my word. I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Quran and you can be a god, let's own it. I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Quran and you can be a god, let's own it. Let me ask you, who doing it like Taharka Bey?
Nobody.
Who the people's grand sheep?
I am.
Huh? Show me a more doing it like Taharka Bey.
Ain't nothing.
And I shut my mouth. Let's go.
I can't wait to see Roy Bay and sit him on his back pockets for the simple fact he disrespect the prophet when he speak. He embarrassing. He ain't a Moorish American. The camera and carrot chip, so I will embarrass him. After that, I dip and take a trip to
Carbondale. Nah, it ain't the hood, but oh well. I'm coming with all the shells. Find Yuck Bay, dozing off the Zola. Civilize the savage, so she can hate no more.
I put the fast back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Corona, you can be a god, we own it. I put the fast back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Corona, you can be a god, we own it.
You come up against me, you know you gon' lose. Salt and pepper, gold teeth, lost it all for some views. Grown man wearing rabbit ears, acting like a wild coon. Had a whole squad looking like a buffoon. I'm the man, just admit it. You wanna do it how I did it, forget it. It's my time now, Gorillas. Oh yeah, Anael Bey, you late with the court date. Don't make the Moorish world citizens wait. Come on.
Put the fast back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Quran, you can be a god, we own it. I put the fast back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Quran, you can be a god, we own it. I put the fast back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Quran, you can be a god, we own it. I put the fast back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Now get your own Quran, you can be a god, we own it.
Family. Let me give you one more. I gotta give you one more, man. Let me show you what I need to give you one more. Give me 1 second. Let me give you one more. I gotta give you one more. I got to. It's only right. How y'all doing tonight? Fam, they almost coming in, but they ain't in yet. They not in yet. You know what I'm saying? They not in yet. So give me 1 second. Let me see, why do I got all this stuff up here? Hold up 1 second. Let me see something. Ah, man. That ain't what I'm looking for. So y'all ready, family? Hold up. I'm ready to get busy. I'm going to go ahead and get busy. Y'all ready? Come on, you ready to get busy? You ready? Hold up. Wait. Oh, I know where it's at. That's top. There it is. Let me see. I think everybody ready now. I like to give time for people to come on in. You know what I mean? Because they like to come on in. Somebody say, turn my mic up now. All right. I'm trying to give people a chance to come on in. We're going to get busy in a minute, family. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. As the old folks say, let me find something for a taste. You know what I mean? All right, what?
I rise, giving praise.
All right, we're going to start the show like this.
Giving honor to his Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Giving honor to the forerunner of the Prophet.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey Moors.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Islam.
It's a new day for the Moors. Y'all ready?
Moors.
Noble Temple, stand up.
Islam.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey Moors.
I'm here now.
It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah.
I'm here now.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Let's go.
Y'all made me do it, ain't wanna do it. Try to work with y'all when I was going through it. I said hit the streets, ain't wanna hit the streets. You wanna stay in the temple. Same speech, same talk, same bark, no bite. Well, alright, I'm Taharka Bey and I'ma handle that. My prophet spoke to me, he said handle that. Now I'm front and center, front line. Look at y'all, wanting mine, but it ain't mine, it's God plan, a law plan. Oh man, from here on out, all you gonna see is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Old Moors, step aside, third and fourth, come on, let's ride. Hey! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Philly, Pittsburgh, New Jersey, getting the call.
Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Kansas City, St. Louis, Detroit, getting the
We've been
call.
visited by a prophet of God. And you mean to tell me we can't go hard? I'm a more of old, the one who rode the elephants over the Alps in the cold. Even went to Spain, rearranged the terrain. Even tried to civilize Cain. Now cipher, the rain is green. Let me show you what this means. My tassel roll 360. Do you really think you can tell me what to do and say? I'ma make you look out foam and bait. I roll with the prophet, I'm a prophet more. Follow the prophet, so I profit more. Stop it more. I'm holding the world and make me drop it more. Now drop it more. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, getting the call.
Between you
you and I am the wise. You never measure up, it's your household divided. How you gonna teach anybody about you when the people that love you, they don't believe you? Probably think you got jail religion. Need to wash off that stench of prison. Picking up prison, that's all y'all attract. Wrote about the children and y'all at that. Don't scrap that, I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when the law gives you vision. No government grants and no food stamps. Learn how to build a temple from watching the ants, from watching my prophet and listening to a law. I will be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all, talking to our Moors, walking around broke, with nothing show for it. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Charlotte, Memphis, Cleveland, get in the car.
Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
LA, Syracuse, Buffalo, get in the
Stop
car.
screaming, bragging about our greatness. Third and fourth generation see through the fakeness. They don't really care about Seville or Granada. Their primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Nothing, nada. Nothing, 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 nada. Can't relate because your mind state is caught up in the past. If you flex, I'ma blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming Moorish men. But before they learn to love, they're susceptible to sin. So watch your slander. They got the hammers, kinda like Peter, protecting Jesus. I'm a Jew, the apostle. Don't get hostile, cause ain't no telling what I do for the gospel. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
San Diego, Portland, everybody get in the
Oh yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Alright, we're gonna start the show now. They're gonna have to get in later. What time
Oh
is it?
yeah, oh yeah.
I'm going in
Time
for
for
a
the Moors
minute.
to stand up.
Stand up.
We've been in the
Noble
background
temples.
too long.
Get on your square, boy.
Hey, let's start it like we
Day
supposed
for
to
the
do
Moors,
it.
the
Moorish
day.
Science, don't say we
Temple of
can't
the
start the
Taharka
show without the horns.
Get that.
Let the horns go. Gucci man, we got one. Black girls, we.
I be that more you gon' remember.
What about boo?
I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my
If you
number.
a friend of the Moors, then you's a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off Trump, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European how to bathe, and looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Have now, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love no Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler. This era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for dough. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast estate. I want my town, my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you kill and fight and marry out of your race. If you ain't for Moorish world, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you should love the Moorish world, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. Oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law
be that
Bro,
more
why you so
gon'
mad?
remember. Be more.
What is it? Why? Why you so
I be
mad?
that more you gon' remember. That town. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number.
So y'all ready? So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Shout out to Asiatic World TV. Shout out to Noble Temples, Roland Curtis, and everybody who's in here to hear some information. So family, again, can y'all hear me good? Press 7 if y'all can hear me good. Make sure that y'all can hear me good. I want to make sure that you can hear me good because we about to get busy. Now, many people always ask, what happened to the Moorish Science Temple of America? One of the things people have to understand about the Moorish Science Temple of America, that there was a deep, deep infiltration that happened over 100 years ago, and it plagues us till this day. This is why I am so adamant about looking at things with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that we are not being infiltrated again. So I've studied the Moorish Science Temple of America and the infiltration, and it still plagues us till this day. You have never, this is the greatest story that's never been told. You have never seen infiltration like this in your life. 100-year infiltration? And many people would say, the Moorish Science Temple of America was infiltrated. Of course it was. Of course it was. But today you're going to learn something that if you're interested in the Moorish Science Temple of America and its greatness, then you can become a part and parcel of that. I mean, even sharing a video become a part. Even sharing a video, you become a part. So let me give you the backdrop of this story. So I do videos on my other channel, Moorish World TV 7, and I expose the infiltration. So many people think that I just talk about on here Tariq Nasheed and all of these grifters throughout our community, but that's not the case. I really started looking into the Moorish Science Temple of America after I was a part of a group called Ali's Men. And the leader of Ali Men, ironically, was this guy, Sharif Anael Bey. He was the leader of Ali's Men. And I remember when I was so proud to be a part of this group in the beginning. But I remember that I was trying to influence the group to like go on tour. Like, let's go on tour. I'll be the host. Sharif was a great orator. He could be the orator, and we could raise money and we can teach people about the prophet. And the whole thing in a nutshell is they wasn't interested in doing that. They just wasn't interested in doing it. You know what I mean? And I couldn't understand why. Umar Johnson travels around the country. At that time, the brother from the nation, Wesley, he was making his rounds. Sharif had been making his rounds, but he kind of stopped. And I was like, why? And it just blew me away that no one was interested in spreading the message. It just blew me away. Then I remember like it was yesterday. It was a brother that was, I guess in the beginning of Ali's Men, he was a part of Ali's Men named Lord Abba. And me and Lord Abba, we had words over the internet quite a few times, had differences, whatever the case may be. But I've never disrespected Lord Abba. Lord Abba can call you some names and all that, but I understand Lord Abba. That's just Lord Abba. But we was in the back chat, and this is the day that I say it was it for me. We was in the back chat, and they had a disagreement with Lord Abba. And I'm watching the chat. And these people are supposed to be Moorish American Muslims, which comes with a certain character. Now, in public, they display this clean-cut, poised character. But in this chat, they was viciously attacking Lord Abba. I mean, viciously. The things that they were saying, I was like, what? If I see him, I'm going to punch him in his mouth and da-da-da-da. Now, granted, we are human, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, we are human, and I get it. But it was just so vicious to look at people that I looked up to, that I admired, that I thought that were scholars and I thought they was poised Moorish Americans, to actually talk like that. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I can get aggressive too. But it was just like, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it was really just a whole stream of raw talk. I was like, whoa. Somebody block Nick the Don for me. Let me get Nick the Don out of here. Let me see. I want to get Nick the Don out here. Let me see. I got him. I block him. Bow. Because if they're not here to learn, they got to go. But anyway, so I thought, you know, like, wow, bro, this is what it is. I said, this is what it is. And so I ultimately left. And it's another brother that did a video on me recently. His name Brooklyn Moore. He looked at it too, and he left also. He left the group also. And this was a strong group at the time because they had Ali's men and they had a law team with Wesley Muhammad. But Allah's team was making move and Ali's men was just making background noise in the chat. So I just left it alone. Anyway, I started this project called the Moorish Village. And what it was try to see if we can get a block or something and all of us invest in it. And we have stores, and you didn't have to be a Moorish American. You know, we just invested and have our own central location for economics, basically. And out of 20 people in Ali's men, not one of them donated a dime. Now, I was a part of the group. Not one of them donated a dime. I didn't understand that. Like, we supposed, especially Moors, not only that, a lot of prominent Moors with names on social media never supported no way, no how. And I wondered why. I'm just giving you the underlying story. I wondered why. Like, why wouldn't they support something where as though if you in New York and you have a product, you can send it to Baltimore and, you know, somebody be working in the store and they send you a percentage back. You know what I mean? Or if you in California, you can ship it in Baltimore, it's selling there. And we make a central location for oils, for carpets, for rugs, for shirts, for hats, for whatever. Anyway, no, Moors just did not support it. Very few did. For all those who support, I appreciate you. Anyway, I took it upon myself. I bought this raggedy building, and I was going to start there, hoping that if I buy this building, my mother even donated, et cetera, et cetera. If I buy this building, we can start it off, and then maybe we'll come and support. Still no support. So that made me begin to research a lot of administrations calling themselves the Moorish Science Temple of America, because it appeared to me that they didn't want independence. It appeared to me that they wanted to live their life as the American dream of waking up, going to work every day, sending their children to European schools, eating garbage food, smoking cigarettes, weed, whatever, and just put affairs on and talk about the law on Friday. And so I was like, nah, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good with that. That ain't my style. So anyway, I began to research. And one of the things that bothered me was what happened to the Moorish Science Temple of America. Why is it that I didn't hear about the Moorish Science Temple of America till I was 19 and I had to get locked up for that? You understand what I'm saying? So I got locked up when I was 17 and I heard about the Moorish Science Temple of America. Why would it take me to get locked up to hear about the Moorish Science Temple of America? Didn't make sense to me. Why? Why is this great organization that I read about is just in little cubbyhole corners around the country and nobody knows about them? Now in the age of the internet, they got it's a little bit more wheels on the wagon now. But back then, I was like, wow, this is a fascinating thing. Why don't we know about this? Why don't we know that every temple was an educational system, as well as an economic base, a political base, and a bridge to liberation and independence, and everyone had a school next to it to educate their own children. Each one had a store, and there was a microcosmic community within itself. And I was like, why don't we know about this? Why don't every neighborhood have a temple that is a learning center, a political center, as well as a spiritual house in order to advance people towards liberation? It did not make sense to me. So in my research, I will find about the infiltration. So let's get started. So recently, Sharif Anael Bey must have viewed some of my content, and quite a few times I've seen a few threats. You know what I mean? I've seen a few threats from these people. It doesn't bother me at all. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Jesus had tons of threats. You know what I mean? Jesus had plenty of threats, so it don't bother me at all. But with that being said, one thing that I know for sure, two things for certain, when somebody showed me or sent me the, see if I can pull it up real quick. Somebody sent me a list of things that the brother was saying, and hold up, let me see if I can pull it up. Bam, let me pull that down real quick. Let me cancel that. Let me pull this up real quick, 1 second. Somebody sent me a list of what the brother was saying online, and he was refuting, or trying to at least to refute some of the things I say. I'm not going to hold you. Let me get to it real quick, because I do want, there it is. There it is. So this is what he write online. I mean, this is what he writes online. To refute some of my information. For y'all, for those who are not familiar with it, he's trying to say that his administration that he's a part of is the only real Moorish Science Temple of America. His position also is that there are no other real Moorish Science Temple of America that is connected to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. My argument is that he is not, and I say over and over again, that he is not the Moorish Science Temple of America, nor is his ministration the Moorish Science Temple of America that Prophet Noble Drew Ali headed and was a part of. I say emphatically that they are the same infiltration of yesterday operating today. Press 7 if you hear me. I say that they are the same infiltration of yesterday still operating today. So he comes and says, Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't bring a title Supreme Grand Advisor and Moderator. What that is, what he's referring to, work with me now, what he's referring to is the original leader of his administration is named Charles Kirkman Bey. This guy right here. The original leader of his administration is this guy here, Charles Kirkman Bey. And when, in my view, when he assumed some form of leadership, the title that he donned was Supreme Grand Advisor and Moderator. Now, let's start right there. One of the problems with that is not an operational position within the Moorish Science Temple of America. What do I mean? That doesn't mean you can't create positions, right? But in the Moorish Science Temple of America, there is a standard. You feel me? There is a standard. And this standard is called the divine constitution and bylaws. And in this standard, the head of the organization in Act 1 of these laws is the Grand Sheik. And the Grand Sheik and chairman is, and this is an old one, it's speaking of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, but it says the same thing, Holy Temple of Science, and some of them say Moorish Science Temple of America. The Grand Sheik and chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is allowed to make laws and enforce laws with the assistance of the prophet and the grand body of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, the assistant Grand Sheik. So this is the head this is the head office of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Supreme Grand Advisor has no place or authority within the Moorish Science Temple of America. Now, let me give a caveat to that. That doesn't mean you can't create new positions, but the new position cannot supersede the position as established by Prophet Noble Drew Ali as the head of the organization. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. You can establish a new position or a title, but it can't supersede the original title of the leader or head of the organization. And it teaches us that in the Quran, that you can establish laws and customs that are in conjunction with the laws of the prophet, not to supersede. Only conjunction. And so Sharif Anael Bey, as intelligent as he is, he admits that Prophet Noble Drew Ali did not bring the title Supreme Grand Advisor and Moderator. So right there, the argument could be done. But let's go further. He said Prophet Noble Drew Ali did not appoint C. Kirkman Bey to any position that we know of outside interpreter during his trip to Cuba in 1928. Now, if Prophet Noble Drew Ali did not appoint Kirkman Bey, who did Prophet Noble Drew Ali appoint? That's the question. If Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a prophet and he know he wouldn't be here in the flesh forever, who did he appoint? That becomes the question. That becomes the question that we got to get to the bottom of. You follow me? Now, let's deal with that. Give me 1 second. Let's deal with that. Who did he appoint? I'm going to show you right now, according to Emiliel. Emiliel was appointed by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. All right? It's clear. And I'm gonna underscore. This is going to be a 2-part series because the second part, I'm going to show you, because he don't believe that Kirkman Bey was an informant. But if I got time tonight, I will. But I'm gonna let it run. So for people that don't know, let me show you right quick. Emiliel. Let's take a look at it. On June, now this is all agreed upon. No matter what group you are in the Moorish Science Temple of America, this is all agreed upon. I haven't heard anybody refute this, right? Listen to it. This is Emiliel in 1931 explaining how he rose into the position of leadership. It says, join the movement January 1st, 1927. And on June 1st, 1927, I was approved of and appointed by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali as first assistant chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Family, I want you to pay close attention. The first assistant chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Not Temple number 1. The first assistant chairman. Who is the chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America? Somebody type it in. Obviously, Prophet Noble Drew Ali was the chairman. And if I need to, I can go to the article where he is referred to as the chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America. But Emiliel is his assistant. This can kill the argument again. If Emiliel is the assistant chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America, not Temple number 1, if something would happen to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who would be in charge? Emiliel. That's just common sense, all right? That's just common sense. You know what I mean? That's just common sense. If you somebody assistant and the head succumb to anything, then you take leadership role. That's just how it works. Now, here we go. And following the approved appointment, I had support of the entire grand body. So while Prophet Noble Drew Ali was in the flesh, everybody supported Emiliel with unanimous consent on behalf of the Prophet's choice and appointment. The whole grand body supported Emiliel. For those who don't know who Emiliel is, here he is, right here. For those that don't know who he is, this is Emiliel right here. He says the whole grand body supported the appointment. Now, this kills the argument right now about Kirkman Bey, but we got to go deeper and show how they had their rise to deception. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And we're going to show how they had their rise to deception that plagues us till this day. All right? So bear with me. Now, because I want to make sure people get this right. You feel me? Emiliel says, and in August of that year, in August the 1st of the same year, I received an appointment from the Prophet as general chairman of the said Moorish Science Temple of America. So he went from assistant chairman to general chairman. Apparently, that's a step up. And was made Grand Sheikh under Prophet Noble Drew Ali, under the Prophet, in February 1928. He said, I wrote insurance for the Prophet in the year 1928. At the close of the said year, in the first annual convention, I was promoted to the office of or rank of Supreme Grand Sheikh by the Divine Prophet Noble Drew Ali. This promotion by the Prophet took place in the sitting of the Supreme Grand Council. Once again, who is the leader? Emiliel. But wait, it gets worse. Representing the Moorish Science Temple of America in a public meeting at 3140 Indiana Avenue in the month of November 1928, the Prophet made it very plain in 3 statements that he was the Supreme Grand Head. Bro Emiliel was the Supreme Grand Sheikh next to me. Who is the head next to Prophet Noble Drew Ali? Because I'm telling you, this leadership, they don't. Let me finish reading this. They still here today. This is why this is so important. They are still here today, right at this hour, fronting like they the Moorish Science Temple of America. Now, by the Divine Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then it goes down, representing the Moorish Science Temple of America. Okay, my bad. All the temples in this government. He says, next to me, the Prophet. And that means all the temples in this government. Emiliel. I got the Prophet Records Insurance. I sure do. At the official meeting in February 1929, I was made shepherd of his flock by him and was told by him to feed his lamb and his sheep. The lamb and the sheep is a degree. We're going to know who the lamb is and who the sheep is real soon. I was called by the Prophet, and he told me to come help him carry on his work. This call as follows. Listen to this. At the close of the regular meeting on Sunday night, the Prophet said to me, Bro Emiliel, what are you doing now? I told him I'm not busy at the time. While waiting repairs, he said to me, don't look for any more work of any kind or job, but come with him and said, I need someone to help. I need someone to help me in my office now, and my work is getting so heavy, I will have someone to help me. Be at the office in the morning. All right, let me stop there. What I'm establishing is that, What I'm establishing is that Emanuel is the rightful appointee of the Moorish Science Temple of America per Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm establishing. That's number one. Press 7 has that been established so far. That Emanuel is the man so far. I want an honest answer. Emanuel is the man so far, according to what I just read. Not Kirkman Bey with the marked up fez on your left, but Emanuel on your right. Is that right so far, family? Press 7 if you can follow me. Is that right so far? All right, because I want you to follow along with me because I'm going to do surgery on this. So far we know that Emanuel is, and I'm going to get into some of Sharif other questions in a second, but Emanuel is the one. Now, if Emanuel is the one, which we know he is, right? Let's do this. Let me go to my slides, which we know he is. How is it? Let me screen share this. How is it hold up, let me get myself out of the way. How is it that this group here claims that they got a leadership? Hold up, let me shrink this just a little bit. Sharif Anael administration claims that they have a leadership that connects back to Prophet Noble Drew Ali from 1929, C. Kirkman Bey, Brother F. Nelson Bey, J. Brakely Bey, Brother R. Love L., and today Jones Bey. How could that be? How could that be? It's kind of comical, but we got to talk about it. How could you not even mention Emanuel when clearly Emanuel was the prophet's choice? We're not even going to get into how Kirkman Bey got into this position, but how is it that, say for instance, that they got some legitimate claim, which they don't. How do they leave out Emanuel and claim to be a divine movement? Hold up, family. I'm gonna talk to y'all now. Here is the problem. When you make the claim that you are representing the divine movement and you have a lie inside of the divine, then it's no longer divine. Press 7 for me, if you understand. Once you introduce the lie, there's no way that any divinity is coming out that administration or organization. There's no way, because Allah, God, the universal creator, and the ancestors do not support lies. It just doesn't work. You got to fix that. So, at the end of the day, they have been going since 1929 all the way up until today. All right? Now, with that being said, how do they explain this? Well, what they try to explain is that Kirkman Bey was appointed by Emanuel, Supreme Grand Advisor. Not the case. Here is minutes from their meeting. This is their meeting. This is not my meeting. This is not Emanuel meeting. This is their meeting. And in their meeting in 1934, it reads as follows. Let me minimize it so you can see it. It reads as follows. It says that Brother Rhodes L. made the following statement. This is what he says. We elevated Brother C. Kirkman Bey, Supreme Grand Advisor, behind closed doors and through a mistake. He says in 1934, the Prophet's laws has not been carried out. Remember, this is not Emiliel talking. This is the infiltration side talking. This guy, Rhodes L., is trying to reconcile that he went wrong. He agreed with wrong, and they all were wrong to allowing this to take place. We're going to talk about that closed door meeting. It was a coup. They were having convention in one building, and in another building, they was planning to overthrow Emiliel, the Prophet's choice. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. And it goes on to say, and it seems that you do not want to, he said, the Prophet laws has not been carried out. And it seems that you do not want to carry out the Prophet laws. Temple number 1, I will always be. He said, I have not done anything. How do they make such great preparation? I don't know what that means. But the point that I'm making with this is they even admit, hold up, we went left on this thing, right? They even admit it. And this was the ringleader after the death of the other ringleader named Claude Green. All right, we can get into that maybe in the future. But, so Kirkman Bey becomes the head of this takeover. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Now, the position that had been established for this takeover was actually established while the Prophet was in the flesh. The position that the takeover was happening was a position called Grand Vizier. The Grand Vizier position was a position that would be equivalent to a Grand Sheikh, but for another organization next to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So here's a newspaper article. Ira Johnson, leader of the kidnappers who forced Charles Kirkman to accompany him to the scene of the battle. He confessed that he killed policeman William Gallagher White. Now, there was a shootout, and they kidnapped Kirkman Bey because of the takeover, whatever. And Kirkman Bey says, he tells the police he was Ira Johnson says he was shooting at me, said Johnson. Kirkman Bey testified that Johnson wanted to be, quote unquote, the Grand Vizier, not Grand Visor. Visor came later with the trick, and it just stuck. And after the kidnapping, threatening him with death unless he produced important papers relating to his leadership in the temple. Now, with that being said, remember the term Grand Vizier, because this term will pop up in the future if I do a future demonstration, and it will show you what this means. And it talks about this Grand Vizier position where the battle started shortly before noon when a squad of police marched into a large apartment house on 6th Parkway, 42nd Street, in the quest of kidnappers of Charles Kirkman, who styles himself as the Grand Vizier. Not Grand Advisor, Grand Vizier. You have to know about the trick in a minute. You'll know about the trick in a minute. Grand Vizier. of the Moorish National Temple of Science. You got to remember that too. Because on side of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's Moorish Science Temple of America, they was building something that was called Moorish Temple of Science. Moorish National Temple of Science. And you can find this in history in quite a few locations. So it's not a fluke to me. Once I can find it in quite a few locations, right? Definitely not a fluke to me. Now, with that being said, let's get into this thing of the vizier. But before we can get there, what actually happened? What actually happened? How did he creep in that position? And here it is. Now, we already read that they did it behind closed doors, right? But now let's hear what Emeliel have to say. Let's hear what Emeliel have to say real quick. If it's right here. Oh, not that. Not that yet. Let's hear what Emeliel has to say. Emeliel talks about when he was on the tour of the Prophet's temples. 1 second. Let me get it real quick. There we go. Not that. Hold up, family. He said we was on a tour of the Prophet's temple. Here it is. In this letter that I chopped up for the sake of time, it says, we honored Kirkman Bey with papers of the Prophet credentials to show him we appreciated him. We appreciate his services he performed over the Prophet's body while in state. So what this is that when Prophet Noble Drew Ali was killed, when Prophet Noble Drew Ali was murdered, and they try to clean that up too and make that something that it wasn't. When Prophet Noble Drew Ali was murdered, what would happen is Kirkman Bey played the sympathizing member, and he performed a burial ritual at the Prophet's ceremony, as we call a funeral. And because of that, Emeliel, I want you to pay attention to this, Emeliel honored Kirkman Bey with the Prophet's credentials. Let me say this. In convention, right, these things happens all the time. Whereas though you can honor somebody and, it's to me, it's kind of like Bill Cosby. He's not a real doctor. He's an honorary. So they honored him, and watch what he says. We appreciated his services he performed over the Prophet's body while in state. But they were not giving him to take charge of the Moorish Science Temple. Some think he should be. In other words, some think he should be in charge because it was a coup. But that is in direct violations of the Prophet's law. And if the Prophet had wanted the brother to assume authority of the temples, he would have appointed him to that post before he passed. So Emeliel is telling people, so be very careful. So be very careful, dear Moors. Read your constitutions, questionnaire, and Quran, and govern yourself accordingly. On the back of your questionnaire, you will find the lineup of the officials as in order by the will of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So what Emeliel is saying is that the Prophet has already established who's in leadership. And if you have a questionnaire or you don't, on the back of the questionnaire, it describes who is supposed to be in leadership position, and Emiliel is the one. Now, let's talk about what happened. Let's talk about what happened. What would happen is this. The meeting that happened behind closed doors is, if I can find it right here, the meeting that happened behind closed doors is illustrated right here. Partially illustrated right here. This is the minutes to the meeting when the takeover happened. Listen to this. This is the meeting when the takeover happened. So, Lola, let me give you the background. Let me give you the backdrop. So, convention is the place where the laws in the Moorish Science Temple of America are even advanced or implemented, or new ideas are brought to the table, and every year it's revisited, and it's for the advancement. And so at these conventions, new appointees are appointed to new positions to try to further the endeavors of the Moorish Science Temple of America as an organization. Now, at this convention in 1929, Emiliel is leading the convention, obviously, because he's the leader of the organization. And this is what happened during convention. I don't know if I'm going to get this name right, so I'm going to just say Bro A. Bey led, something, bro, presented a letter. Okay, he led a song, and then it said Bey presented a letter to the chairman from the members of the Westside Temple number 9. Moors, pay attention right here. Bey walks in and present a letter to the chairman from the Westside Temple number 9, and then dismissed himself. So he walks in, hands the letter, and walks out. Press 7 if you hear me, because this is the takeover. This is how it happens. He walks in, hands the letter to the chairman, and then walks out. You follow me? And dismissed himself. The chairman presented the letter to the secretary to read openly. Emiliel takes the letter, gives it to the secretary. Read it to everybody. The letter is signed by 7 members. Listen, 7 members. Name: T.W. Osley Bey, Bro F. Nelson Bey, Sister M. Dub L, Brother J. Jones Bey, Bro W. Dub L, Bro J. Brakely Bey, and Bro Quincy Lee L. This is 7 people. So in their mind, they got 7 signatures hoping to overthrow Emiliel with this letter. Now, it says, demanded the Grand Sheik to call a special meeting of all available heads to straighten out the heads. All to let them know when and where, and not to let it be later than Wednesday at 4 p.m. The chairman then told the grand body that it was up to them to decide, since he had, according to the program which were issued to every temple, told that it would come up before the. So basically, let me break this down to you. Basically, there's a program that the meeting must go by. You know what I mean? Step by step, chronologically. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, we do that. They didn't plan for that. And so what they're saying is that, hold up, we got to try to fit this in. You know what I mean? At this time, nobody knows what's going on. He then made the roll call. He introduced bro J. Taylor Bey, Grand Sheik of Philadelphia. So basically, this letter, you will find out, was a letter saying, that they wanted to remove Emilio. But now they did it and I'm assuming this because there's nothing to indicate that. But this little group, they did it across town. And then one person brought the letter with this concept. Now, then introduced Cook Bay, Grand Sheik of Baltimore, and there was no more delegates present. The chairman then called the body's attention to note as to what to do concerning the letter. Bro A. Brown Bey asked to have a word after the chairman gave him permission. He told the body to get the full understanding of the letter, which stated that we are following official, listen to this, here is the overthrow. We, the following officials, demand you do this. Then all names are not officials. Also, a demand is on the order of a threat. Let me see if I can read that again, because 1920 vernacular is a little bit different than 2023. Quote unquote, we, the following officials, demand you to do this. Then all names are not officials. So what he's saying is all the people that made this decision, whatever that may be, and we're going to talk about it in a minute, were not even all officials. Then all names are not official. Also, a demand is on the order of a threat. Statements were also made by Cis L. Legion L. Cis Foreman, Cis G. Foreman Bey, as to the wrongness in the letter. So some people was like, hold up, man, these people really tripping. Cis Ramsey Bey then seconded all the motions. Then the chairman read one of the prophet's laws. He then asked for a voting of those who wanted to carry on Made Noble Drew Ali's instructions. The vote was carried out in the usual order, and I don't know what that is, on the majority won. The chairman then make a brief statement. These are minutes to the meetings, if you don't know. Made a brief statement, and some of the prophet's words. The chairman then called for new members, and the meeting basically was closed. So for y'all that need to follow, let me show you something. So this is meeting to the meeting. So what happens is, let me break it down in most simple terms. So while they having a convention meeting, an official meeting, one person come in from the Westside Temple. They come in with a letter and they demand a special meeting. You know what I mean? Now, they saying that it wasn't on the agenda, so we're going to have to make a vote for it. Should we have this meeting and just cut into the agenda or not? And that's where it was at with that. But now, in the body of the letter is where they, obviously, we have to put two and two together, where they're trying to put Emilio on the side and put Kirkman Bey in position. But this is how this works. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, the laws of the Moorish Science Temple of America, you are appointed, anointed, and consecrated. You can't take a group of people on the side and then say, we want him to be the leader. It doesn't work like that in the Moorish Science Temple of America. It works like that nowhere in the world. I mean, unless there's a coup. You know what I'm saying? You don't take 7 people in a quiet room and then come back and then... Now, but here is the thing. Emilio was not totally aware of what was going on. So convention would go on, and Emiliel ultimately would say, okay, we gave you credentials for the prophet's burial, you know what I mean? And the credentials at prophet burials was Supreme Grand Advisor, but that was that, you know what I'm saying, for the prophet burial. And now we're in convention, and now you're trying to use that to overthrow. How can you use an advisor position to overthrow? But remember, I told you the original position was vizier, right? So the whole movement in other states didn't know anything about the prophet passing and got hijacked by Kirkman Bey too. Now watch this. So what will happen is Kirkman Bey would go on acting as if he's the Supreme Grand Advisor of the Moorish Science Temple of America and separate himself from the grand body. Press 7 if you understand that. He would ultimately separate himself. Now, let me get to some of what Sharif's questions were in a second. Let me get to Sharif's questions. Because it's very important that I follow his questions. You know what I mean? It's very important that I do that. Now, with that being said, where you at? That ain't it. Hold up. Let me pull him back up. Screen capture. And pull him back up. So, yeah, let me make sure that we follow this narrative real closely. So this is Sharif Anael Bey. Let's not forget what we talking about. This Sharif Anael Bey. This is his position. He says, he think that they the leader of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He think that they the real Moorish Science Temple of America. So let's go down to the second part. He said, now, if we're going to utilize the line of logic points to the facts show carry some weight, we're going to get to the infiltration in a minute, but let me take a pit stop for this. One of his points is, in number 1, it says, Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't bring the name Noble Temples. I want to address that real quick. So I'm the Grand Sheik and Chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? And our mission is to restore that which been torn apart by this infiltration. You understand what I'm saying? So to give us some sort of separate identity from the infiltrators, we use the euphemism noble temples. You understand what I'm saying? But he knows that. He knows we are not officially noble temples. We use that to make a distinction that we are not them. But we are the Moorish Science Temple of America. We're not Moorish Science Temple of America, Inc. That's what they call themselves. We are the Moorish Science Temple of America. The represents the definite article. And whenever you see the prophet works, you will always see the on the prophet's works. Now, you will see Moorish Science Temple of America in many places, like in shorthand or in some publications. You will see Moorish Science Temple of America in many places also. I mean, now, but with that being said, we are here to restore the prophet's movement the way that the prophet designed it. And we're not asking for permission. You understand? Because everything else has been a lie, and research will show. So him even saying this is disingenuous. That Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't bring the name Noble Temples. Of course he didn't. But we have to make a distinction. We are the Moorish Science Temple of America, period, point blank. Now, he said the prophet did not authorize any new organization to attach or attempt. We're not a new organization. We're mirroring Prophet Noble Drew Ali, period, point blank. We do everything that the prophet has demonstrated by example. That's it. We don't have a grand advisor. We have a grand sheik and chairman. We don't have a grand moderator. We have a Grand Sheik and Chem. We do everything strictly like Prophet Noble Drew Ali laid it out to do. Now, once again, if Prophet Noble Drew Ali did not appoint Kirkman Bey, how does he get appointed and have a line that even exists till this day? Let's get busy. He uses the idea, is the grand body allowed to create new titles if it sees fit? I already covered that. I said that the grand body can make titles, but it cannot supersede the original foundational titles that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali give the organization. They can make titles, but you don't make a Supreme Grand Advisor as the head of the organization. Listen to this. He makes a law, Kirkman Bey. No minister should go out in the field and teach Islam without receiving permission from the Supreme Grand Advisor and moderator from the Grand Governor of his or her state. Silencing Moorish Americans under Kirkman Bey in 1925. You know what I'm saying? But now, let me go on cook a little bit. But now, one of the things that people don't like to admit is this simple fact right here. When Brother Emanuel was representing for the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Emanuel, Kirkman Bey tried to take Emanuel to court. Why would Kirkman Bey take Emanuel to court? Kirkman Bey would take Emanuel to court because Kirkman Bey was in possession of a corporate filing. Kirkman Bey was in possession of the corporate filing of the organization that he obviously got from Claude Green, the business manager who was murdered months prior. And it appears that Kirkman Bey was in cahoots with him with the overtake because even Claude Green called himself Grand Advisor. Grand Vizier, I'm sorry. I mean, somebody said, why is it important to continue to go by the prophet, by the words of the prophet? Don't they speak to a people for a certain time? No, the position is the position. You can advance, but you keep the foundation. Brother Page, you can advance the movement and create whatever you want, but you don't disregard the foundation. The basic foundation of the Prophet movement is 3 pieces of literature. The Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Divine Constitution and Bylaws and Questionnaire. It's 3 different pieces of literature. It's not a whole bunch of literature. So you don't have to disregard these 3 pieces of literature to advance. You can still advance yourself. I'm up here rapping, swinging my arms. I'm the more you can remember. You can still advance yourself. But the foundation must remain the same so people can know the blueprint. It has to. But you can still add on, as we call it. But let me get back to what I was saying. So, you can still add on, but you just can't change the blueprint. You can't change the blueprint. That's all. You can add on whatever you want, but don't change the blueprint. The prophet gives the ability to add on, but it must be consistent with what already is established. Do you follow me? But now, with that being said, now, let's be clear. One thing for sure, these are Masons. And Masons have found a way to put themselves in position to move the real outer position. So Emanuel had to go to court. Now, during the lifetime of Emanuel, as you read this letter, Mr. Emiliel, Moorish Science Temple of America, Corporation, Chicago, Illinois, kindly acknowledge your receipt of $120 for professional service rendered in the case of Moorish Science Temple of America, Corporation by Kirkman Bey versus Emiliel. He was assuming the name Moorish Science Temple of America and took Emiliel to court. This is to further state that the verdict was entered in favor of the defendant, which was yourself, Emiliel. What does that mean? Even in the European Court of Law, Kirkman Bey was considered the victor. Press 7 if you can hear. I mean, not Kirkman Bey. Whoa, Astaghfirullah. Emiliel was considered the victor. You feel me? Press 7 if you understand. Emiliel was considered the victor in court. You feel me? I want you to understand that. Press 7 if you understand. This brother here was considered the victor even in the European courts. All right? That's what we got to understand. Not only that, family, not only that, Emiliel won at least 4 times in court. Kirkman Bey kept taking him to court because he had that little filing that was stolen, and he thought that the judge will actually go for it. But obviously the judge would not go for it. Obviously the judge would not go for it. So how does these people claim? How do they claim that they were in position during the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali? How does that work? How does that work? They have a lineage this day, at this hour, claiming to be the Moorish Science Temple of America connected to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, which is the furthest thing from the truth. Which is the furthest thing from the truth. This is their lineage. Are y'all with me so far? This is the furthest thing from the truth. They saying that Kirkman Bey, this is their website. They saying that Kirkman Bey was Supreme Grand Advisor and Moderator. Maybe he was, but not of the Moorish Science Temple of America established by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Maybe he was, to the group that appointed him in their little section. But he definitely wasn't that according to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's movement. I want you to press 7 one more time if you understand what I'm saying. Are we clear so far? Because now we're going to show you who was in leadership in 1929 and why don't they mention him on their website. Now, if the Prophet Noble Drew Ali appointed Emiliel, why don't they mention him on the website? So we all clear. Now, all right. Now, since we all clear of that, I got to ask y'all another question I'm going to need you to press a 7 on. Family, during the convention, as I said, Emiliel said they honored Kirkman Bey with the Prophet's credentials. Now, I need y'all to work with me and answer this question. If Emiliel honor someone with credentials, would he have the power to take it back? Would he have the power to take it back? If your boss told you, hold up. If Emiliel honored him with credentials, that means that Emiliel is the leader. Case closed. Why are y'all perpetrating a fraud? That means if Emiliel says, here, I'm going to honor you with this, even if he's being tricked, fooled, and duped. Once he found out he was tricked, fooled, and duped, he said, oh no, I got to take that back. And just off of the mere, listen, just off of the mere understanding that one gives you something as it relates to a title in an organization or if it relates to credentials in the organization, that determines who the leader is. Why is this intelligent guy named Sharif Anael Bey don't understand this? So you mean Emiliel is good? He's the leader appointed by a divine prophet, and he's going to turn it over to you, and then tell you that, oh, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to turn it over to you. That's not what it is. That doesn't make sense. And you're not being logical. You're not being logical. You want to make some. See, what the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated is, it's a clandestine, secret Masonic organization acting as if it's the Prophet Noble Ali's organization. Now, many good people are there because they read the Quran, they love the Prophet, and their heart and their families is with the Prophet. But little do they know is that this coup is nothing but a Masonic front called Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. And why do I say it's a Masonic front? Because in Masonic fronts, the agenda is to further the Masons, the group, help a little bit to invite other people in, but it's really parasiting off the ignorant. It's really parasiting off the ignorant. And so all the charity that takes place, that's only to find those who can also help to benefit the few while the masses suffer. And that's what this is all about, in my eyes, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, let me go a step further. The reality of the matter is, if Sharif Bey, who is a Mason, wants to challenge anything I say, the first thing he would have to do to make it make sense, hear what I say, family. The first thing he's going to have to do, he's going to have to explain this. If his leadership was in power in 1929 as the leader, one of the things he's going to have to do is show me, as I told other Moors, show me their 1929 minutes. Let me show you. Their 1929 minutes of a convention. Well, he wouldn't have a 1929 minutes to a convention because they attended this convention, and this is the convention where they tried to overthrow Emiliel. But for the sake of the conversation, who was in charge in 1929? My family, let's take a look. Who was in charge in 1929? Here is the convention lineup. Emiliel is the Supreme Grand Sheikh. I told you Kirkman Bey attended and he was Supreme Grand Advisor, but that was not a leadership role. So for them now to say that's a leadership role, it doesn't make sense because he's working under Kirkman. Kirkman Bey is working under Emiliel. Press 7 if you understand. If Emiliel is in charge and Kirkman Bey is the Supreme Grand Advisor, how does the Supreme Grand Advisor become a leadership position anyway? Make it make sense. Listen, the chairman, Emiliel, presentation of credentials to delegates. who but the leader is presenting credentials. So even if he got the title at the convention, that's not a leadership title. That's not the head title. The head title is what you see under Emilio's name, where he's presenting credentials. It's not a leadership title to begin with. So how do they run with that? And they make it make sense in their own mind. In their own mind, they're saying that he's the leader. Make it make sense. It doesn't make. I don't even got to go that hard. I got so many slides to bang this out the pot. It's just ridiculous. So, Emilio is the leadership in 1929, right? All right. I want you to count with me. I want you to count with me. That's 1929. The next thing they will have to do, number two, they would have to show me that they had a convention in 1930. Because here's Emilio's convention. Here's Emilio's. The organization is still running. It's still running. Here's Emilio's convention. And guess what? Guess what? You can Emilio convention right here. Kirkman Bey gonna have to show this. He said here you go. This is 1930. Formal opening of the convention, T.W. Owsley Bay, governor of Milwaukee. Again, who is the leader? Emilio, Supreme Grand Sheik. This is 1930. How is it on their website they saying that Kirkman Bey was the leader? They got to show some minutes now. And guess what? Even the people, you notice right here? I want you to look right here where I got that line by Emilio. Go down the other one, Brother F. Nelson Bey. Y'all see that, Brother F. Nelson Bey? They all flipped on the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and ran with Kirkman Bey. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Watch this. I'm going to show you why in a minute. Where is, where is it? There it is. Let me bring it on up top. Y'all see F. Nelson Bey up there? Press 7 if you see F. Nelson Bey. All of them flipped on Emilio. He's the second Supreme Grand Advisor. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? All of them flipped on the Prophet. But look here. In 1930, he was with Emilio. Sister Darvell of Temple Number 9. Although they tried to overthrow Emilio in the letter that I showed you, they still was with Emilio a year later. Remember the letter I just showed you? Hold up. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you forgot. I hope you didn't. But if you did, I'm going to remind you. Maybe you forgot. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. Y'all see this? This is in 1929. T. Owsley Bey. He's still with Emilio in 1930, although they tried to overthrow him in 1929. Bro, F. Nelson Bey. He's still with 1930 with Emilio. Sister M. Darvell. Still with Emilio. J. Blakely Bey. Y'all hear what I say? Family. Who is the Moorish Science Temple of America, Kirkman Bey or Emilio? I'm sorry if I'm yelling. Family, who is the Moorish Science Temple of America? Kirkman Bey or Emilio? Man, this intelligent brother, Sharif Anael Bey, has lost his mind. No, I can't change up the agenda tonight, Lemieux. I have to do that another time. T. Osley Bey right here. These are the ones that was trying to overthrow Emilio. But guess where they was in 1930? They was with Emilio. Hold up, but wait, it gets worse. That's 1930. What's this here? Oh, let me put this to the side. Put this to the side. There you go. But wait, it gets worse. How can Sharif Bey or anybody over there claim that they are the legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America this day? That doesn't make sense. And to claim that someone can't come along and stand up for the true teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, they are out of their mind. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali says the door of religious freedom swings open and he can walk through as he sees fits. They are out of their mind to say that we don't have the right. After you have been a part of a coup that has been going on for 100 years, and we don't have the right to restore that divine movement that the prophet gave us because we got the research and the footprints to know which way it goes. Period. Hold up. But wait, it gets worse. Now, we did 1930. Is that right? In my Nation of Islam voice. Is that right? We did 1930. Okay. Let's do 1931. We just need to drop bombs on it. This is 1931. Another Emilio Convention. Let me get to my bombs, man. Another Emilio Convention. Man, this is a dirty job, but somebody got to do it. 1931. Another Emilio Convention. You hear that? Y'all still with me? Y'all ain't gonna sleep yet, are you? Another Emilio Convention, 1931. Hold up. Wait a minute. 1 second. Another Emilio Convention, 1931. 1 second. See if I can bring you all up to speed. Let me bring you on up to speed. 1 second. All right, hold on. Let me bring you up to speed. That's another Emilio Convention. I was trying to find the insert real quick. Let me see if this is it. Is this it? Hold up. Okay. I don't see the insert, so I'm going to have to give you another one. So that's 31. I thought I had the 31 insert. But the insert clearly, Emilio is there. Let's go to 32. Let's go to 32. 32, another Emilio Convention, 1932. Where's Kirkman Bey's convention if he's running the Moorish Science Temple of America? Where is it? 29, 30, 31, 32. Where is Kirkman Bey's conventions? Where's the minutes? Where's the followers? What's going on? Family, this is light work. I don't know why people want to perpetuate this lie. 1932. Now the question is, one of the question is that I'll save for the debate is, how did they get at the Secretary of State level to be acknowledged as the Prophet's organization? Now that one is a bomb. Because at the Secretary of State level, today, they are acknowledged as the Moorish Science Temple of America, but it really don't matter because the Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't operate the Moorish Science Temple of America out the Secretary of State upon his departure. So that doesn't even matter. You could be a 501c3 all you want. Who cares? I mean, that don't matter. Do what you want to do. Who cares? Call yourself what you want. Because our teachers teaches us that our words, action, and deeds are proof of who we are. So you can do all that old filing and all that. Go ahead and do all that. But it gets worse. It gets worse. So we was at 32. Let's go to, my bad. We just did 32. Oh, okay. Okay, we did 32. Who was the head in 32? Edward Meliel. You see him right there? This is 1932. This is 1932. And let me say something. As you can see, it's a Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. And the Moorish Science Temple of America has always been an incorporation. Always. Always. Since the time of the prophet. It was incorporated under Herod's revised statute. It's always been a corporation. And so, but we called them the Inc. We called them the Inc. Incorporated as a nickname, if you will. Not because the movement was incorporated by them. No, it was incorporated by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali under Herod's revised statute. You see what I'm saying? So it's always been incorporated, but because they try to highlight themselves as the Prophet's movement, which they are not, we nickname them the Inc., affectionately known as the Inc. Family, before I go any step further, have I cussed Sharif Bey out yet? Have I disrespected Sharif Bey or the leadership yet? Have I know this is raw truth. I know this is going to hurt feelings. And I'm not even giving everything out tonight. But have I disrespected anybody? I know this is a hard pill to swallow. But have I disrespected anybody? They call this stuff slander. Who have I disrespected? Who have I disrespected? When I do this, it doesn't matter who it is. They call this disrespect, causing division. We ain't finished. We ain't finished. I don't care if it's two of us in here tonight. I don't care if it's two of us in here when I'm finished, but we ain't finished. Because I'm going to show and prove, which I have already done. So we went to 32. All right. We went 32, right? Let's go to 33. Here is the 33 lineup. Formal opening of the convention, Brother E. Millie L. You see this? Brother E. Millie L. He's still the leader. Brother Gravett Bey was still there. Newark, New Jersey. Morris L. Brother E. Millie L. He's still the leader in 1933. He's still the leader. So how is it that a Sharif Bey can claim that they are the legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America? So the question would be, again, how did this go on so long without being checked? How did this go on so long without being checked? How does this go on so long without being checked? You know why? Because the Masonic trick is, in Masonry, they are taught not to argue. And so, that's why the moment that you bring a point out, they say, I'm not arguing with him. And many people that think they follow the prophet, they are following Masonic principles. I'm not debating. Masons have a rule that they don't do no debating. Surprisingly, Sharif was able to debate Brother Reggie. But I can show you in the manuscript that they don't do no debating. Why? Because the moment that you debate, you can get debased. You feel what I'm saying? The moment that you debate, you can get debased. You feel me? And so in our community, disputing spiritual things or disputing political things or disputing even cultural things have always been a pastime. Always been a pastime. Now Sharif gonna act like he wanna debate me. It's always been a pastime of ours. But how did this go on so long? Listen, we gotta stop making debating evil. There's nothing evil about debating. We're only trying to get to the truth. Now, the only evil thing that can come out of debating if one is not on their divine square, and pun intended, if not on their divine square, and they get ignorant. Like Sharif on the internet talking about this bozo. He called me a bozo. Okay, Christopher. All right. Good luck with that. You're going to take this, though. Anyway, so what would happen is, so that was 33. What would happen is, Emilio would get sick in 1934. Now, this is when it really happens. In 1934, Emilio gets sick and not totally confirmed, but he passed away in 1935. But when Emilio gets sick in 1934, what would happen in 1934? What I just read to you? Y'all remember earlier what I read to you right here? They will hold the convention. When Emilio got sick, and the rumor is that he was poisoned. The word is that he was poisoned, taken out. When that happened, they will call all the Moors, those that was left, to join with Kirkman Bey. And the Moors, and the prophet said that the Moors didn't understand what he was doing, and so many people went with Kirkman Bey. After all of that. And so what you're reading right here is the minutes from 1934. So their official gathering coming together would be 1934, maybe 33, because I think I have some remnants of a meeting in 33. Now you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? So they really didn't start until, what year did they actually start? Matter of fact, let me pull this up. What year did they actually start? That's the question. What year did they actually start? Let me pull it up for you. Oh, I like this one here. Hold on. I'm going to give y'all time to type it in. What year did they actually start officially? $1934. Period. That's when they actually started. How do we know that? 1 second. Let me see if I can find the minutes for you. They literally started in 1934. You follow me? Now, that's when they started in 1934. So Karate Man claiming that they the real Moorish Science Temple of America, they can't be. How can they be the real Moorish Science Temple of America if they didn't start to 1934 officially? It can't be. It's impossible. So what happened to the Moorish Science Temple of America? The infiltration happened while the prophet was in the flesh. Now, one of the things that I want to address is, real quick, one of the things that I want to address is how this infiltration happened. You know what I mean? How did this infiltration happen? The infiltration happened because it was an operation. It was an operation operation by the government, whether you want to accept it or not. You know what I mean? It's an operation by the government. And I can pretty much show and prove how it took place. You know what I mean? I'm going to save that just in case he want to debate. But let me share this with you. Kirkman Bey would go on and publish quite a few things to try to make it seem like he was the Moorish Science Temple of America. One of the things that he would publish would be the newspaper article claiming to be the Moorish Science Temple of America. So on your right-hand side, you see where the Prophet Noble Drew Ali published in the Moorish Guide, the back of the Moorish Guide, the Moorish Science Temple of America do solemnly swear that at the meeting of members, Noble Drew Ali, Merely Ill, Ball Bey, Lovett Bey, and Foreman Bey, the Moorish Science Temple of America deriving its power and authority from the great Quran of Muhammad. Okay, remember these names real quick. Remember these names. Noble Drew Ali, remember Emilio say, read your questionnaire. This is on back of the questionnaire, and the Prophet was very strategic with putting it on the back of the questionnaire so you don't get confused as to who's supposed to be the leader. Noble Drew Ali, following Noble Drew Ali, what's the next name? The next name after Noble Drew Ali, this is the corporate staff. The next name after Noble Drew Ali is Merely Ill. This is the corporate staff. Ball Bey supposed to be Small Bey, Lovett Bey, and Foreman Bey. Small Bey jumped ship on the Prophet. He the one set Prophet Noble Drew Ali up to. That's another story. Lovett Bey jumped ship on the Prophet. Foreman Bey jumped ship on the Prophet, and he's the one that put his daughter up to claim that the Prophet molested her. And then made a fake marriage certificate to claim that she was the Prophet's wife. And all evidence point to the fact that they determined they did that in order to use this child to make sure they get all of the property and the monies and access to the bank accounts of Prophet Noble Drew Ali for his next akin, which would be a wife that wasn't even his. So they doctored up a fake marriage certificate, and I can prove that too. I can prove that too. Now, Kirkman Bey would come along in 1935, and he would put the same authority in his newspaper, because back then, once you publish it, just like a marriage, and it's not disputed, it becomes a law in fact, or official in fact. So he published this, but look at the difference. He deletes the names out. August 28th, the 1st, PM 253. This is the same thing, but he deletes all the names out. No longer is it Merely Ill. He got Noble Drew Ali, recorder. Over here, Noble Drew Ali, recorder up top. I Noble Drew Ali, recorder. You go down, Moorish Science Temple of America, do solemnly swear a meeting of the members of Noble Drew Ali, Merely Ill. You go over here, Moorish Science Temple of America, held at Chicago and Cook County in the state of, he deleted a whole. Now you tell me, how can that be a divine movement? You deleted everybody. You deleted everybody and telling people that you are the lead and head of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And got people defending it and want to fight me about it till this day. Listen, family. I ain't even dropped the mega bombs yet because for the sake of time. I ain't even dropped the mega bombs yet. That's why I say I got to do a part 2. You know what I mean? Like, to show you This comes out of the paper. When they lock Kirkman Bey up. Kirkman Bey is at the far right. And this is how it's printed in the paper. You hear me? This is how it's printed in the paper. I want you to pay attention to me, though. Pay attention. A Masonic trick coming up. You got to pay close attention. This is how they printed it in the paper in 1929. You hear me? And the way they got it printed up, they got Johnson Bey. Look at Johnson Bey hands. Ira Johnson Bey. Johnson Bey got the right over left. Press 7 if you see it. Johnson Bey got the right over left. Do y'all see that? Kirkman Bey got the left over right. Press 7 if you see it. Here go the Masonic trick. You see how his hands? Look at his hands and look at Kirkman Bey hands. Everybody see it? I want you to pay close attention. This is how they printed it in the paper. Ira Johnson Bey is the one that tried to hunt Kirkman Bey down. Now, this is exactly how it's printed in the paper, and if I had time, I'll pull it up. But one thing that I do in the research, you look at the letters, they're backwards. Back then, they wrote right on a picture. And so they printed this in the newspaper backwards. They talking with their hands. The picture is supposed to be like this. And here is the real writing. It says, Kirkman Bey, Ira Johnson Bey. And now you see the hands where Ira Johnson Bey got the left over right, consistent with our ancestors of the ancient Egyptian mystery school. Left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left. The ring finger goes up the left, right, left. And so the Masonic trick, they talk with their hands. He shows you whose side that he's on. Y'all just think I'm talking, I know. I know you think I'm just talking. Listen, I know you think I'm just talking. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me show you something. The Masonic trick, when you look at their leadership now, Jones Bey, if you look at him, his tassel is to the left. But when he put it on, he got it pinned on the right. Our tassels swing freely. It's hanging from the right. It's pinned down. You understand what I'm saying? It's pinned down. Make no mistake about it. It's pinned down. When you see Sharif Bey's tassel, he might try to change it now, but it's pinned down. To the right. Our ancestors moved from the left. Left, right, left. That's where the military got it from. Left, right, left. Left, right, left. Family, I know. This is plebiscite babbling. I bet you think so. Now these are Masons. A Moorish American adept will run circles around a Moorish Mason. Because a Moorish American adept studied the Prophet Noble Drew Ali thoroughly. And that's all they need. Now, when you look closely at a lot of this stuff, take it with a grain of salt. take it with a grain of salt and do your own research. You follow me? So, family, I got a question for you. Have I clearly established the true leader during the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali? Yes or no? Turn what around? Have I established? There you go, Ali Kaaba, because your heart is on the left. There you go. Thank you, bro. Have I established it? I'm waiting for y'all answer, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Because I think part 2, I'm going to prove. Let me see what I missed. He didn't say much else. I think I covered everything. I got one more thing I got to cover. Now, I need to see. If I didn't, let me know. Now, remember when I said, because he did something else disingenuous. Remember when I said Emilio can rescind? Emilio can rescind or take back what he established? Let me pull this up real quick. Where you at? Let me see. See if I can pull this up real quick. All right. Let me pull this up real quick because I want to address a few more things that he put out before I get out of here. Now, one of the things that he said during the second convention, the grand body made known this appointment to Emilio. Emilio accepted it. That's not true. They went and handed a letter to Emilio. That's not true. You're being disingenuous. I read what happened at the convention. And I showed you that after the convention, people were still with Emilio. Now he says, now whether you want to build this a mistake or not, the fact is he accepted it. Taharka, Hannibal know this to be true. Listen. This is ridiculous that he would say this. Emilio, yes. He honored him with credentials, and we see it at the convention on the flyer. But they never honored him and gave him a leadership role. And because he tried to manipulate people into moving that direction, disingenuous Sharif Bey, he says that Emilio did in fact write a letter to Kirkman Bey stating that the title was rescinded. The fact is this. Listen how disingenuous this is, family. This is crazy, family. How can you trust somebody like this? Emilio did write a letter to Kirkman Bey stating that the title was rescinded. The fact is this was not done until the following year, 1930. Here's the rhetorical question. Who was the head of the organization between the second and third conventions? Family, didn't I just prove who was the head? See, on Facebook, he's talking to people that don't know history. I just proved who was the head at the second and third convention. I can prove all the way up to the sixth convention. You hear what I'm saying? Now watch this. Watch this. And the question begs, if Kirkman Bey was in fact the head between 29 and 30, and he says, and he was, from where did Emilio obtain a grand body to convene with in 1930? That doesn't make sense. You're lying. You're totally lying. Because I just showed you in 1930, F. Nelson Bey, Dovell, they were still with Emilio. Totally different genuines. Now, about Emilio's letter that he wrote to Kirkman Bey, he had already outlawed this fake move that Kirkman Bey made. Family, in the Moorish Science Temple of America, it doesn't go into law until the following convention. So in 1930, it goes into law. Notice the date on this is 1926, a day after convention. Why? Because in convention, they ratified it. Do y'all understand? Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. If something happens this year, right now, if I'm removed, you know what I mean? If I'm removed from office right now and somebody else is put in, I'll give you an example. In our administration, Akhenaten Salam Bey was removed from office. It was the middle of the year. I appointed, if you will, Mazouk Razinel. And our council rubber stamped it. He was only acting in that capacity, but until we went to convention, it was ratified and official once it's accepted by everybody. So this letter is only confirming what was ratified. It's not writing a year later, and you know better, Sharif. You are very disingenuous, and you're not to be trusted. Not with this type of information. It says, Bro C. Kirkman Bey, this is to notify you that the above organization, Moorish Science Temple of America, in convention September the 15th to the 20th, rescinded. So it's 15th to the 20th, 6 days later, rescinded by voting out the mistake made by the second annual convention. And in doing so, you hold your membership role. As when our prophet was here, he was nothing but a member. I got to talk about that in a minute too. And we hope you will still cooperate with the organization under the 5 principles. We hope further that you will comply with this notice and govern yourself accordingly. As there is but one supreme grand advisor in the Moorish Science Temple of America, that being Noble Drew Ali, and anyone else attempting to be from now on is assuming authority of himself and is liable to the penalties of the law. Moorish Science Temple of America, Noble Drew Ali, founder, Emilio, chairman. Family, this is irrefutable evidence. This is irrefutable evidence. This is like, why? Now listen, I got to get into something else real quick before I get out of here. This is irrefutable evidence, right? But hold up. 1 second. Let me say a few more things. He tried to dupe people on social media that claim like we started a new organization called Noble Temples, but he's lying. But he's lying. This is from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's flyer for the first annual convention. Do you see what he called Temple number 9? It's called Westside Temple, Moorish Science Temple of America. Is the official name Chicago Westside Moorish Science Temple of America or Westside Moorish Science Temple number 9? No, that's not the name. That's a name to distinguish it from the other temples. And that's how we use noble temples, to distinguish us. Chicago Westside Moorish Science Temple number 9. That's how the prophet distinguished the temples on this flyer. Not only did he distinguish it on the flyer like that, but even right here, Charleston Temple number 2. Is it named Charleston Temple number 2? Milwaukee Temple number 3. Richmond Temple number 6. Cleveland Temple number 7. No, that's not the name. That is a distinction so people won't get confused calling all of them Moorish Science Temple of America and you don't know what the designation is. And it's the same thing in this era of time. If we just said we the Moorish Science Temple of America, people will be confused and think we are the infiltrators, think we are them. We are not them. And we are not them. And we declare we're not them. And if you can read a charter, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali has a blank in the charter, and it says in that blank, this temple should be styled as, and you can write in what you want. Thank you, Dog Walk. So he's being disingenuous to claim. It's totally disingenuous. It's totally disingenuous with this claim right here. At the top of this page, it's totally disingenuous to say this. It's totally disingenuous. And whoever he's talking this stuff to should check him on it. It's totally disingenuous to say this at the top of this. He says, Prophet Noble Drew Ali did not bring the name Noble Temples. Of course he didn't. But we ain't changed no names. We're not officially the Noble Temples. That's just the distinction. And stop being so disingenuous. Stop being so disingenuous. Because that's what you're doing now. Now you acting like them people that's always trying to manipulate a situation. You follow me? That's what you're acting like. Now, this is what we're going to get. I can get into all this later. See what we got. Make sure I got everything. Oh, let me share this with you. In 1934, they even changed the address from the Prophet House to West Street, West something Street. They changed everything. They changed everything. It was a takeover. Undeniable takeover. Now, the question might say, well, who give you authority? I'm going to break that down real briefly and I'm going to get out of here. Family, I was real quick. I'm going to ask you a question. Watch this. I was made a Grand Sheik by David Bailey-El. 1 second. I was made a Grand Sheik by David Bailey-El. You follow me? Hold up 1 second. I'm trying to bring up a picture of him if I can find one. I was made a Grand Sheik by David Bailey-El. And it's a story behind that, which I don't have time to go into right now. But I was made a Grand Sheik by David Bailey-El. David Bailey-El is the grandson of Emilio. And he made quite a few sheiks, and there's quite a few of them out here. Good brothers. Talik El, quite a few good ones out here. Now, I was made a Grand Sheik by David Bailey-El. I've never had any conflict with David Bailey-El. I didn't separate to try to build something. I have our communication, private communication, recorded. It's a story that I could go in at a later date. But what would happen is that the misunderstanding with the administration that the brother who's in David Bailey's ill position right now, he was standing on a lie. And the lie was that there is a leadership from Prophet Noble Drew Ali that has been passed down all the way to David Bailey L. Now, I have nothing but the utmost respect for David Bailey L. But I brought it to everybody's attention that that's a lie. That when E. Millie Ill passed, and Bailey Ill knew this, when E. Millie Ill passed in 34, 35, the movement went into E. Millie Ill's wife's house. She was a vanguard of the movement. Delia Milliel, work with me, family. Delia Milliel was a vanguard of the movement. And what she would do is something that her brother did not do. And what that would be is she would hold the movement together in her house after the passing of her husband. This is the 1936 convention flyer. And as you can see, it got E. Milliel on it. They try to make the sister seem like she was arrogant, but you don't see the sister name on here nowhere. You don't see her name on there nowhere. They try to make it like the sister was trying to take over the movement. That's a flat out lie. They slandered this sister something horrible. The sister was doing nothing short of making sure that they carry on organizationally like the prophet left them, minus the Supreme Grand Council. Because she felt like her husband, not only was he taken out, but he was plotted against to be overthrown, and he was appointed by a divine prophet. And so here is the 1936 convention that she put together. You hear what I'm saying? How do we know that she put it together? Because these names on here is the same names that will ultimately, one of them would appoint Bailey L. And that's O. Lewis L. right there at the bottom. And she got E. Millie Ill on there as Supreme Grand Sheik as a love thought. Not because he was in the flesh. Because it was said that, she said, for what they did to the prophet and now E. Millie Ill, there will be no more Supreme Grand Sheiks. And so they held meetings in Bailey Ill House. There was no more and this is where I get to the point about the other administration, like Braswell Bay, claiming that he owned leadership that comes from the prophet. He's a liar too. He's a liar too. He don't own leadership that comes from a line directly connected to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. In fact, no one does. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. No one owns a leadership directly connected to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali as an administration. No one. No one. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. No one does. But let me tell you something. This is David Baliel. The closest connection that one would have to Prophet Noble Drew Ali is their connection to Baliel because he was faithful. And his wife held it together until it got to his grandson, Baliel. So maybe not from an organizational perspective as it relates to a grand council appointing people from an organizational perspective, but from a leadership perspective as one who is a trustee of the organization as a grand sheikh like Baliel was. If you are made a sheikh after Baliel, then you are the closest thing that you're going to get to a connection to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Now you just got to live right and do right. You are the closest thing because that's the unbroken line. The sheikhhood, the organization as an administration broke down, and it was supposed to. But the line of sheikhhood, is passed down through Baliel. The line of sheikhhood. When I went on to work to restore the Prophet's work, I said to Baliel, I said, do you want me to send my credentials back? And it's recorded. He said, Islam, no more. More, just keep working more, and we're gonna be talking. Keep working more, and we're going to be talking. Somebody want to dispute it? I got the file. Let me show you something. I know people don't believe what I be saying.
Your ancient forefathers.
Hold up. Let me see. I'm pretty much liked on social. I got the file. I ain't gonna tell you that.
I just had to have one more taste of it. I know it's going to run my sugar count out.
That's good, boy. That's good. I didn't want to keep you too late. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday day for the Prophet. And
Yeah, you know, let me tell you something. I was talking with Dan Brazil a week or so ago, and I told him, I said,
I wasn't even a part of the administration right here. Listen to how we talk. I got hours and hours of interview, hours and hours of conversation, and I told him I had to record him because I know he wouldn't be with us forever.
well, we better get back and finish talking with Johnson Bay.
What did he say? Hey,
Yeah,
family.
you know,
Hey, family, listen to me. I want you to type in what Baliel said.
let me tell you something. I was talking with Dan Brazil a week or so ago, and I told him, I said, well, we better get back and finish talking with Johnson Bay.
I ain't gonna let y'all hear no more. Tell me what Baliel just said. I didn't leave Baliel because I was disgruntled. We communicated to the end. Can anybody hear what he just said? Huh? I won't wait till somebody type it. Anybody? Anybody could type it in. What did he say he got to do? What did he say I got?
And I told him, I said, well, to have the structure that we got better than any. He said, yeah, I think so, you know. Because let me tell you, I think a lot is dependent on this original grand body.
right.
About exactly what is what. And
Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday day for the prophet. And
Yeah, you know, let me tell you something. I was talking with Dan Brazil a week or so ago, and I told him, I said, well, we better get back and finish talking with Johnson Bay.
right.
About exactly what it was. And he said, yeah, I think so, you know. Because let me tell you, I think a lot is dependent on this original grand body to have the structure that we got better than anybody, and it's working, and now we're ready to take it, you know, in its fundamental principle operation.
I ain't gonna play no more because I'm telling you, I knew that there would come a day where people would try to say that I'm trying to do something on my own accord. I knew there would come a day where people would say that, oh, like everybody else who leave Belial, they talk greasy about them. Everybody else who separate, they try to start their own thing. That wasn't my deal. That wasn't my deal. The whole thing is that I decided that we got to do it right. And if we can't do it right, we can't do it at all. Belial never revoked my credentials. Belial never told me shut down my temple. Belial, in actuality, encouraged me to keep pushing. And I got the receipts. So because I was given the concept of trustee, and I see that those that will say they follow the prophet do not want to yield and do it like the prophet, they can't be legitimate. They can't be legitimate. I don't care who you are. So those who have credentials connected to Belial, just do right. Because your credentials is connected. Your credentials is connected to Emeliel, to his wife, to the prophet. But that don't mean nothing if you ain't ready to put in the work. That don't mean nothing. That's not a badge of honor. The badge of honor is words, action, and deeds. Just do it like the prophet. That's the badge of honor. Do it like the prophet. You know what I mean? Just do it like the prophet. That's where it's at. And so who's going to give me permission? Who's going to give me permission in the Moors of the noble temples to reestablish that what we know need to be established? We got the research. We got the research. We got the know-how. We got the wisdom. Who do I ask for permission? Who do I ask for permission? You know what? I got my marching orders. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't much you can do about it now. Ain't much you can do about it. Because at the end of the day, we got to do it like the prophet, family. I'm going to get up out of here in a second. I just want to... Let me get out here 1 second. Man, why I can't never find nothing when I'm looking for it? Ain't that something? Every time I'm looking for something, I can't find it. Weird. They've been in my computer. That's what it be. I think they be in my computer. I mean, let me see. Maybe this is it. Bam. Nope. Let me see. Let me see if I can drop something on y'all real quick. So anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Family, if anybody wishing it, I'm not proselytizing tonight. Oh. I was going to play this thing where Sharif said I was running from a debate. Family, I don't even want to put the brother, I talked to the brother, and I don't even want to put him in the middle of it. So I ain't even going to show the text. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to show the text But Sharif out there lying, talking about that I got ghosts on the debate. I'm not even going to put the brother in it. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me just for the sake, because I might feel bad that I did not do it when I should have. I mean, this me and the brother just a few hours ago. I just gave you a call to let you know, man, I'm going to defend my name, but I don't need you. The only thing you was trying to facilitate the conversation. That's it. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me do it real quick. Yeah, let me show the receipt. Crip say I got to show the receipt. This is Moorish World TV. I got to do it. And this is the last one I'm going to do. So what happened is, listen, this is what he says on the internet. You know I only respond. So this is what he says on the internet. Right? This is Karate Man, Sharif Bey. Let me see. Man, why can't I? All right. So this is what he says on the internet. Brother Tremaine Bey, he says, there are a number of very uncomfortable historical facts that took place in the months following the second convention. But I'll sit on those while I wait for Hannibal Taharka. He think Hannibal and Taharka is the same person. This brother supposed to be a Mason. Me and Hannibal are two different people. We got pictures together. Like he's a sneaky Mason, but don't know that Hannibal and Taharka is two different people. He think Hannibal is my burner account. I don't have a burner account. I've been talking to you raw on the internet since I came to the internet. Now I need a burner account to talk to you. Get out of here. Anyway, watch this. Hannibal Taharka to give the green light for the in-person debate. Tremaine Dukes Bey, you know this man went ghost just before he had to go to court over Tariq Nasheed issue and came out the courtroom 3 shades lighter. Now, you know when I hurt their feelings, because the first thing they say, Tariq smacked you, and now he got a new one. I came out 3 shades lighter. You know I hurt their feelings. But nevertheless, this is what he says, right? That I got ghosts. Y'all hear what he said? That I got ghosts. But he's a liar. He's a liar. Emphatically. And I'm about to close out right now. December the 6th, Tremaine Dukes Bey. He reaches out to me. First of all, Islam, praise Allah, honors to our Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and honors to you. So Brother Sharif Anael Bey reached out to me saying he would like to set up debate with you that he would like to do in my city in Michigan. That's number 1. All right? Follow the thread, because Crip say I got to show the receipts. I say I'm definitely with it. Why Detroit makes me wonder, but all's well. Let's first get the topic on deck. I need to know his basis of the debate. The topic of the debate must be crystal clear. Right? He said you can pick the topic and that y'all can take it from there. But that he's not doing it in your venue, but you can take the copy of the event and air it where you please. Which I told him, y'all both are going to have rights to the airing of the show anyway. And that you still would have the right to air it on the platform. So they're worrying about advertising and showing it everywhere. I'm thinking about the debate. So I don't know. I ain't even thinking about Moorish World TV at this point for a debate. I'm not even thinking about Moorish World TV for a debate. Anyway, I say to him, which is not in this thread, I say to him, since he since he reached out to you about the debate, have him pick the topic on what he disagrees with. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, somebody said, do we have the record on anybody that stayed with Emily and his wife? Absolutely. It was a household. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got the records. So I said, since he reached out to you, let him pick the topic as to what he disagrees with. Sharif comes back and says, that's why he said interested. But he said, matter of fact, tell him to pick his topics. And I'll pick topics for him. Let's do it that way. I said, oh, wow. Okay, on it now. Now, my problem with that is that I was given the message that he reached out. You know what I mean? That he reached out, and why am I picking the topic if you disagree? But okay, so watch this, fam. So what I would do is, I say pick my topic. He reached out to you to challenge me. Here we go. I've said a lot over the past few years. I'm sure he could have picked at least one topic that compelled him to reach out to you. I'm going to screenshot that part and send it to him. I comes back and say he can pick what he has a problem with, and I will pick also. I say, listen to this, let me blow it up for you. I say, I pick my topic anyway. This is how serious I am. But he said I got ghosts. I say that they are not the MST of A that Prophet Noble Drew Ali left us in 1929. That they only MST of A by name and name alone, and at the Secretary of State level, I might add. But they are not the Moorish Science Temple of America that the Prophet left us. That's what I came back with. Right? Now, follow the thread. This is the topic. Follow the thread. I'm not getting the answer. So you see what I say? He trying to run. I says he's trying to run. What did he say about the topic? How am I getting ghosts? Watch this. Bro said, time will tell. Everybody can see that? He says, time will tell. I come again. What did he say about the topic? I haven't got back with him yet. You follow me? And I'm going to show you why he didn't get back with him. He comes back on this side and says, cool, let's do it. I'm in a meeting. When I'm done, I'll send mine for him. Family, that was on the 6th. I don't have a topic yet. You follow me? So what happened? He goes on the internet on the 7th. No. That was our conversation then. My bad. Not so long ago, a few days ago, I said, no one wants any real smoke. Did I see that? I says, no one wants any real. I say, you see my swordsman? Shout out to my swordsman. Hannibal, Lemieux. What happened to Sharif? No one wants any real smoke. I'm talking scholarship. They talking what they heard. He never said anything further. His way must means no way. I was only following up. Now, I didn't want to put the brother chat in there because of what he said. It's been 2 weeks almost. I followed up with the brother. Now, let me play the recording now and show you what the brother said. I even says to him, I said, he tells me, he said, I told you I wasn't going to keep being the middleman on that. I was just trying to get something popping. I wanted to see the show. I was getting my Don King on. And he laughs because I asked him what happened. Sharif never got back. Or he never got back with Sharif. And he said, indeed. I said, indeed, I got that. I thought he would get back with you as a courtesy, considering he is the one that reached out to you. You follow me? That's what I said to him. I said, y'all follow all this? Press 7 if y'all follow all of this. Now, how did this break down that we were supposed to have a debate, and how did it all break down? Let me close with how it all broke down. The way that it broke down was very simple. And I'm going to play the audio.
Yeah, I think that
I just gave you a call to let you know, man, I'm going to defend my name, but I don't need you. The only thing you was trying to facilitate the conversation. That's it.
Yeah, I think that I seen it and I pondered it, and I think the way that he did it was, I don't know, man.
But listen.
I just know this right here, that if you need me.
No, this is what I'm saying. I want to tell you right now. Because I ain't gonna be able to call you because I'm gonna be going so much because it's a production. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just record this conversation and you just tell me what you want the people to know. And the reason why I said I didn't want to call him because I got so many slides going on. Y'all know this is a production. It's a lot going on here. And then I'll play it.
Well, only thing I can say is that, you know, the brother, he reached out to me and you reached out to me and I was, Hold up.
He reached out to you and you reached out to me. Right? I responded, let's do it. Basically, I mean, it was a little bit conversation there, but let's do it. Then I said to you, bro, what's going on? Is he ready to do it? The next thing you say, he wanted to do something with Sinetta.
Because I normally wouldn't be no ghost.
Look, that's where it broke down at. The brother came to me and said he didn't want to do it in Detroit, like he initially said that he wanted to do it with Sinetta.
Between two men that can just talk to each other. If he can contact me and tell me to relate this message to you and you relating the message back to me, to him, you know what I mean? I don't see why he could just reach out to you, not placing no judgment on him. Like that, but that's what it was.
But the brother blocked me and he's steady talking on the internet. So the whole thing that I'm saying is, long story short, is that the moment that I'm ready, he's showing text online saying like, got you, bro. Only thing I'm trying to get to the bottom of is this guy posting conversations saying that that's something that I disappeared or something. When in fact, he the one on the text said he will get back to you.
Well, yeah, and he did. He got back to me, and when he threw Sinetta name out there, and I know you don't rock with Sinetta, but he don't rock with you. He don't want to be on your platform, but he wants you to be on Sinetta.
I'm not going. I would. And that's
like
the thing.
Like I iterated, and I'm gonna reiterate what I said to you. I felt that kind of funny to me. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not want to go on Moorish World TV?
But that's the thing, though. Let me say this, brother.
So I felt as though it was a curveball.
Brother, let me say this.
You know what I mean? Because
no one even, the whole thing in a nutshell, though, but no one even considered on Moorish World TV. I was willing to come to Detroit and do it live. Who mentioned Moorish World TV? Only thing I'm saying is I never proposed to facilitate it on Moorish World TV in the first place.
No, you never did that.
I never said that. So why would he assume that?
Well, I don't know. His proposal was Sinetta, and
you know good and well I ain't doing no Sinetta. I'm gonna just share a clip of this because I can't share it all. I'm gonna just share a clip of this and just let the people know what it is. But I need to show the screenshot because this guy is really acting as if that I ghost him. I ain't never ghost you. In fact, I even reached out to you a few days ago and said, did he ever get back to you?
Well, after the Sinetta thing, you know what I mean? It was
you already do.
Basically, and you told me to holler at him, and I told you flat out, man, I'm not doing this back and forth no more, period, man. When he threw Sinetta out there, I knew that was a no-go for you. Go for you, go for you, go for you, go for you.
So, family, that's how it broke down. They threw Sinetta in the mix knowing good and well I would never, ever do anything under the umbrella of a Sinetta. And everybody know that. Even the brother that was talking knew that. So that's how it broke down. So all of these games, I can't trust the guy to be a man. Why would I trust and bring everybody in the space with somebody that's corrupt like this? Why would I do that? So I think I'm going to continue to do what I'm supposed to do right here on YouTube, unless it makes sense to a legitimate debate. But at this time, that sounds like something fugazi going on to me. You know what I mean? That sounds like something fugazi going on to me. And I don't think I'm participating in something fugazi.
Giving praise to Allah.
That's what it is.
Prophet.
Thank you for joining me, family. A lot of the stragglers are going to come back and watch it tomorrow.
It's a new day for the Moors. Hey, Moors.
They're going to come back and watch it tomorrow.
It's a new day for the Moors. Islam.
I think I'm going to do part 2 because I think he said I haven't proved that Kirkman Bey was an informant. I can prove that. And I don't mind proving it.
It's a new day for the
And I don't mind proving it. You follow me?
Y'all made me do it, I ain't wanna do it. Try to work with y'all and I was going through it. I said hit the streets, ain't wanna hit the streets, you wanna stay in the temple.
Appreciate y'all, family.
Same talk, same bark, no.
Can y'all share this for me?
Right, I'm Taharka Bey and I'm a handle.
Press 7 and share this. Did y'all get something out of this?
Look at y'all, wanting mine, but it ain't mine, it's God plan, a law plan. Oh man, from
talk to me.
All you gonna see is Prophet Noble, Drew Ali, old Moors, step aside, 34, come on, let's ride. Hey.
Anybody get something out this tonight?
Hey Moors,
talk to me.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Oh yeah. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Cryptonomics. Salute. Ephraim, salute. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Reza Islam. You up next. Billy. You up next. What up, Roland?
A prophet of God, and you mean to tell me we can't go hard? I'm a more of old.
Who else?
The one who rode the elephants over the Alps in the cold.
Tariq.
Went to Spain.
You up too?
Terrain. Even try to civilize Cain.
Boys.
Now cypher. The rain is green.
You too.
My tassel roll 360. Do you really think you can tell me what to do and say? I'ma make you look out foam and bait. I roll with the prophet, I'm a prophet more. Follow the prophet, so I profit more. Stop it more.
Thomas McCain.
We drop it more. Now drop it more. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Chicago, Houston, Dallas, yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors.
That ain't even the half of what I got.
It's a new day for the Moors, oh yeah. Islam.
Real talk.
It's a new day for the Moors.
That was something light. I can't wait to show
Between you and I am the wisest. You never
all
been
the good
household
stuff.
divided. How you gonna teach anybody about you when the people that love you, they don't believe you? Probably think you got jail.
This is a
religion.
story.
You wash off that stench of prison.
I ain't even
That
read
prison,
all this.
Y'all attract. Good about the children and y'all at that. Don't scrap that. I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when the law gets you.
I got all the stuff.
Know how to build a temple from watching the ants.
I got
From
all the
watching my
good.
prophet and listen to a law. I will be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all. Talking all Moorish. Walking around broke with nothing to show for it. Oh. It's a new day for the Moors.
I got all
hey
of it.
Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
I got all the information.
Hey.
But it's what you
It's
do
a
with
new
it
day
that's
for the
important.
Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Stop screaming.
Take that right there.
Greatness, third and fourth
I'ma leave that one up.
fakeness. They don't really care about Seville or Granada. Their primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada, nothing, nada, nothing, 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 nada. Can't relate because your mind state is caught up in the past. If you flex, I'ma blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming Moorish men, but before they learn to love, they're susceptible to sin. So watch your slander. They got the hammers, kinda like Peter, protecting Jesus. I'm a jewelry apostle, don't get hostile, cause ain't no telling what I do for the gospel. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. San Diego, Portland, everybody getting. Oh yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. East Coast, Midwest, down south, getting. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Time for the Moors to stand up. Stand up. We've been in the
Noble
background
temples.
too long.
Get on your square, boy.
It's a new day for the Moors. The
Moorish
day
Science Temple of America.
Taharka Bay.
Styled as the Noble Temple.